Good morning, Cecile, and all eyes still on fire danger across Northern California, even though it is November, because conditions are extremely dry. That's the problem that we're facing for today. Humidity still getting low down into that 15 to 30% range this afternoon, although this morning humidity has recovered well overnight into early today, so it's looking pretty decent outside right now. Dry and warm for today. Temperatures still in the high 70s to low 80s in the valley this afternoon, well above average for this time of year. Winds out of the north up to 10 miles an hour for today, mostly lighter than that though, so that's decent news, is that winds are staying on the lighter side. Moderate fire danger is on tap for your Wednesday forecast, and as we move through your weekend, we're still seeing fire danger in that moderate range, and the reason is because we're not seeing any rain on the way. We'd love to see that heading through. Fuels are extremely dry. We've had a couple of big wind events without any rain in between. That's dried out those fuels. Fire danger stays in the moderate range as we still see low humidity over the next several afternoons and those dry fuels sticking around. The good news is we don't see any kind of an uptick in fire danger due to gustier winds. Nothing on the horizon that looks like it's going to be problematic for our region, and it does not look like anything out there as far as winds concerned that will prompt a planned outage across our region. As far as what we're seeing for humidity this morning, it's above 70% in Redding, Corning, and Orrville right now, just under 60% in Chico, so looking pretty decent early on today. It is going to be falling as we head into the afternoon. That's a little problematic, but if you need to get things done like mowing your lawn early on this morning, really doesn't look too bad for you out there. Just make sure you do have a water source close by because, again, those fuels are dry and primed. Temperatures early on this morning, mostly hovering in the 40s in the valley. We're at 50 degrees right now for Chico, so a warm start to the day, especially when you consider we were in the 30s to 40s on Monday. Higher elevations are mostly in the 30s right now, and we're in the mid to high 50s in the foothills. 58 degrees currently in Magalia and in Paradise, so a very warm start to the day, especially in the foothills. We're seeing winds out of the north up to around 3 miles an hour in some areas early on today. For the most part, winds are calm this morning. We're going to see more of the same over the next several days. We've just got one big ridge of high pressure parked off the coast. Nothing really interacting with that right now, so that's going to result in those lighter winds moving in. The high pressure is also responsible for the very warm and dry conditions we have on the way. Now, we do have some clouds moving overhead right now. Those are already thinning out, and you can see just off the coast, here's that ridge of high pressure we were just talking about. The arc in the clouds here showing you that ridge, and that's going to be continuing to leave us with the main dominant impact on your forecast moving forward. Staying dry, staying warm across our region. Getting a look at your hyperlocal futurecast this afternoon, starting to see those clouds really clearing off to the east. Tomorrow, mostly sunny skies, mostly sunny again on Friday. Heading into your weekend, we'll see a few clouds moving in, but that's it. You have to go all the way up into British Columbia, so Canada, to see actual shower activity on the west coast right now because of how strong and wide that area of impact from the ridge is. Getting a look at today's high temperatures, we're topping out in the 60s to mid 70s in the northern mountains with mostly sunny skies today. Mostly just mid to high 60s in the Sierra and Cascades. Low 60s for Quincy though. Foothill areas in the low to mid 70s this afternoon. Looks pretty nice out there. Paradise 74 degrees. Looks like low 70s for areas of Magalia and Forest Ranch. It's in high 60s. We'll see low 80s in the valley this afternoon. 82 degrees for Redding as well as Red Bluff. 81 in Corning today. Mid-valley areas in those high 70s to low 80s. And remember, the average temperatures in the valley are in the mid to high 60s for early to mid-November. So this is well above what you normally expect to see this time of year. Getting a look ahead at your Storm Tracker 7-day forecast, where your weekend is always in view. 80 degrees with sunny skies for today. Mostly sunny with high 70s on Thursday, then back to the low 80s Friday and Saturday. Not much variety moving through your upcoming weekend, but finally seeing a little bit of a dip in temperatures heading towards the middle of next week. Overnight lows, meanwhile, in the mid-40s for the next 7 days. Redding, 82 degrees this afternoon, staying in those low 80s through your weekend. We'll see a little bit of an increase in clouds moving into Saturday and Sunday. Otherwise, really no big changes on the way. Overnight lows mostly hovering in those mid-40s. Then next week, we start to see temperatures on a downward trend, but not by much. Back into the mid to high 70s by Tuesday of your extended forecast. So really, the takeaway here is if you're looking to get outside, maybe some outdoor activities planned for this weekend, conditions are great for that. If you're hoping for rain, unfortunately, it's nowhere in sight.